Hello everyone, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's early December here, and I sure hope that you've gotten some snow for Christmas. It's a little bit thin where I live, but we're able to find some snow. Right now I'm in my backyard, and I just got a brand new set of boots in the mail. These new Alfa Free boots are very different from anything else we've seen in the cross-country downhill market in the last few years. The big question is how well will they tour on the flats, and of course how much control do they have on the downhill. So as a little sneak peek, let's take a look at these boots just in my backyard. We're going to do a real simple kick and glide test and see how much support they have. This is not going to be a final review, or I'm not going to draw any conclusions. I've always known that sometimes first impressions are wrong. I need to spend a lot of time in these boots, both skiing the flats and earning my turns, and it will take some time before I can give my full thoughts on this new boot. The one on my left is the new Alpina Alaska XP boot, and the one on the right is the brand new Alfa Free. They're very, very different boots and two different entirely price ranges. This one is extremely expensive. This one is much more reasonable. I've skied with this quite a bit, and I have to admit it's a great boot. It has really good cross-country abilities and has certainly ample support for control in the backcountry. And the one on the right here, the Alfa Free, is brand new. It's a very, very different boot. You can see that it's maybe just marginally taller than the Alaska, but one of the things is it has these new boa closures, and if you're not familiar with boa closures, what they are is it's a ratcheting system that you can tweak the tightness of your boot, and that has the advantage that you can easily loosen it up, as you can see here. And now you can look at the flex in the ski position. If you look at the flex in the Alaska, there's this cutaway here that allows the boot to flex right here, right at the ankle. The Alfa is a much stiffer boot, and unless you have the ability to loosen this upper part of the boot, it's not going to flex in nearly as nice. It's not going to have anywhere near the kind of free range of motion. But it has the potential on the downhill to offer a lot more control, because you can just reach down and you can tighten this up. And I can really feel the difference. One of the things that concerns me a little bit about the Alfa is where it's bending. I notice for me it's bending quite a ways forward. I'd much rather it be bending back here, because it might offer me some toe pinch. This boot here, it allows the toe cap to be very free. When I go into the tail mark position, it's quite easy to keep the toe of the Alaska boot on the sole of the ski. So this boot is a size 43 and is coming in at 887 grams. So how does that compare to my Scarvats, which are triple NBC? We're coming in at 846 grams. And these are my Greenlands, which are also 43, 966 grams. This is the Alpina Alaska XP, 793 grams. And in the category of you don't even want to know, these are my Scarpa T2s, 1,780 grams. So I've got the ski clamped down here on my table, so it's not going to move at all. Let's take a look at the torsional twist. Now the soles are made by Rottefella, so the torsional twist and how they flex is going to be pretty much the same as far as the soles go. The difference in the boots is going to be all in the upper construction. One of the nicest features about the Alaska XP for cross-country skiing is this cutaway in the leather. And what that does is it allows the boot to essentially flex. You can see how it essentially flexes right here. If you watch it right here. Imagine your foot when you're doing that forward motion and you get that flex. That really has a nice cross-country feel. This one here has virtually no flex in this portion at all. This is stiff and this is rigid. And when I was skiing it earlier, it actually hurt my foot if I had this tightened down. But it's quite easy to loosen it up. And I had to ski with this upper part loose like this. And the only movement I could get is with my shin going forward like this. And the boot was staying backwards. This is not going to be a kick and glide boot by any stretch. Now I've only skied this in my backyard for a short distance, but I can tell already this is not going to be the boot you're going to want to pick for kick and glide. This one is going to offer you much better kick and glide flexibility. The ruling is still out on this boot for me. I haven't skied it in steep terrain yet or challenging conditions, and I'm really looking forward to that, so stay tuned. My plan for this winter is to mount up a set of S-bound 98s with Xplore binding. We're going to head out, we're going to test my tried and true 75mm Alpha Greenland boots with S-bound 98s, and we're going to ski the same ski with this different system and just see how they compare for control. Right now I know that this one's going to be a better kick and glide boot. This one might offer a little more control. The big question is how often will I want to ski this one and leave this boot at home? Only time will tell, so stay tuned. So until next time, be safe and be kind, and I'll see you in the next video.